Rinnegan is literally one of the most powerful dojutsu in the entire Narutoverse. But do you know that these Rinnegan somewhat differ from each other by having different abilities? And if you don't believe me, notice that the Rinnegan of Pain, Hagoromo and Madara have different sorts of abilities. Yeah, they do, and we will be looking at the power of each Rinnegan in this video, so make sure you watch till the end. But before we begin, y'all know the drill. Don't forget to like this video, turn on your notification bell to get updates from us, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Madara, Pain, and Obito have all talked about the Rinnegan that has been used by different people in the past. Madara awakened the Rinnegan by first obtaining the chakra of both Indra and Ashura. How, since he was a descendant and reincarnation of Indra, he had his chakra flowing in him. Then he bit off Hashirama's flesh after they fight at the Valley of the Ant, thereby obtaining Ashura's chakra since Hashirama was his descendant. This ancestral connection played a crucial role in the awakening of his Rinnegan eye. Secondly, Madara underwent a near-death experiment, which was a crucial requirement to awaken the Rinnegan eyes. Since Madara was advanced in age and close to dying when he awoke the Rinnegan, he had no choice but to pass it into young Nagato Uzumaki. Madara recognized and knew that Nagato had a vast amount of chakra due to him being part of the Uzumaki clan. This transfer ensured that the Rinnegan would be kept in good condition, and it would also allow Nagato to withstand the power of using this dojutsu. We didn't see Madara use the Rinnegan much even when he was resurrected using the Edo Tensei. However, even in his old age, he displayed the ability to summon the Gedo Mazu statue. This statue is quite important to the entire Naruto story because it's a being that's connected to the Ten Tails, and it also possesses an immense destructive power. Madara being able to summon and control the statue just shows us how powerful he is and his mastery over the Rinnegan. But when this dojutsu was transferred to Nagato, he showed us a different way to use this Rinnegan. With the Rinnegan, Nagato was able to access the power of the Six Paths, which allowed him to showcase impressive abilities. Fun fact, each of these paths all had different abilities from each other. They are namely the Ashura part, which allowed Nagato to create weapons from his own body. The Naraka path allowed Nagato to interrogate and also restore any damage suffered by other paths, which ensured durability to his entire formation. The Human path allowed Nagato to suck the soul of anyone he touches. This power is extremely dangerous, and it also gave him advantage over his ops in the battle. And the Animal path could summon dangerous and powerful creatures to assist him in battle. The Preta path could absorb ninjutsu and chakra while also neutralizing his opponent's attack. The Deva path was actually the strongest as it could easily control gravitational forces, especially when using Shinra Tensei. But when Nagato died and Obito took the Rinnegan, we didn't see him using the powers of Rinnegan like the way Pain did. Some people believe that Kakashi was overpowered because he had Obito's Sharingan eyes, but they say this because we didn't get to see Obito using the powers of his Mangekyo Sharingan with the Rinnegan. This would have actually slapped hard because it would have made him so powerful. However, Kishimoto decided to sideline the Rinnegan eye and reduce its power when it came to Obito. It's noteworthy to mention that Obito did use the Rinnegan eye to some extent, and he did split his power into 6 different bodies just like Pain. However, in his own case, he decided to divide it into the bodies of 6 resurrected Jinchurikis. This is certainly a well-traveled Rinnegan. It was first awakened by Madara, passed on to Nagato, taken by Obito, then finally returned back to Madara when he was resurrected. So let's move on to Sasuke's Rinnegan. Upon receiving half of Hagoromo Otsutsuki's chakra, Sasuke unlocked a new level of power and also unique abilities through his Rinnegan. This direct connection that Sasuke had with the Sage of Six Paths gave him the ability to awaken the Rinnegan, which also granted him divine powers and other abilities. Sasuke's Rinnegan had 2 unique abilities called Ame no Tejikara and Space-Time Ninjutsu. The Ame no Tejikara allows Sasuke to select a specific target and swap places with it. This ability is versatile as it allows him to move quickly and also dodge attacks and also surprise his opponents with unpredictable tactics. The second ability, Space-Time Ninjutsu, allows Sasuke to manipulate space and time in a continuous sequence. He can also travel through different dimensions such as Karas, Momoshikis, and many others. This ability is very crucial in his missions and adventures as it provides Sasuke with the mobility and flexibility to face threats anywhere. The uniqueness of Sasuke's Rinnegan is his ability to combine it with his Mangekyo Sharingan, giving him the Rinnegan Eye with 6 Tomoe, allowing him to use the powers of the Rinnegan with the abilities of the Sharingan. This provides him a broad range of tactical and strategic options. Let's move on to Hagoromo Otsutsuki. Hagoromo's Rinnegan is one of the most potent of all times, and this is a result of his bloodline and the extraordinary circumstances surrounding him. Hagoromo awakened the Rinnegan because of his connection to his mother, Kaguya, who was in possession of the Reine Sharingan. He awakened his Rinnegan during the battle with his brother, who was being controlled by his mother, to stop him. Although we didn't get to see Hagoromo use his Rinnegan in battle since we all saw what happened in the past through a flashback, it's undeniable that his Rinnegan was one of the most potent to ever exist. He and his brother were able to defeat their mother with the Ten Tails. This display of power is a testament to how strong Hagoromo was. Hagoromo could use the outer paths to revive anyone, and this was also used by Pain. But Hagoromo had this power on a much bigger scale, especially when he used the power to temporarily revive all the Kages in history to join forces to bring Naruto and his gang back. All these shows us that he had the powers of the 6 paths incorporated into his own body. He was so strong that he could easily use all the powers of the 6 paths without needing to divide the powers with 6 other bodies as was done by Pain. To have the entire power of the 6 paths concentrated in one's body gives an undue advantage. A good example is Nagato, who was revived by the Edo Tensei and could use all the powers of the 6 paths at once. Let's move on to Urashiki. Urashiki had peculiar and quite strategic abilities, and he demonstrated this versatility by combining different forms of Rinnegan. He possessed a red-colored Rinnegan that granted him the power to create dimensional rifts and also travel between them. This ability allowed him to easily escape attacks and move across the battlefield quickly. And that's not all, Urashiki also had a blue-colored Rinnegan that has the ability to predict attacks before they occur. This advanced foresight helps him to anticipate and avoid opponent's strikes, making him a very formidable and powerful opponent to face in battle. With the blue Rinnegan, Urashiki also has a technique that is called Origami Replacement Technique. This jutsu helps him to teleport before being struck by the enemy. But that's not all. He becomes a monster when he consumes his own eyes. He undergoes a transformation that is similar to Momoshiki after doing this. In this transformed state, he gets a golden Rinnegan on his forehead that grants him the ability to create chakra receivers that help him in battle and also enhance his offensive attacks. We then move on to the Ten Tails, also known as Jubi. We actually didn't get to see the Ten Tails use its red Rinnegan effectively in battle. However, it cannot be denied that this dojutsu plays a huge role in making it the most powerful beast of all. The potential of the red Rinnegan in the Jubi is unknown, but since the Jubi is the fusion of all other tailed beasts, we can assume that its Rasengan allows the manipulation of energy and chakra on a crazy-ass scale. Its ability to control vast amounts of cosmic energy can be linked to its Rinnegan. As for Momoshiki, he had a red-colored Rinnegan which he used in unique ways, thereby demonstrating extraordinary abilities. Unlike other Rinnegan users, Momoshiki did not have the Rinnegan in his eye but in both of his hands. This peculiarity gave him the ability to use the dojutsu in a way never seen before. He has the ability to absorb any sort of ninjutsu. With this power, he could not only nullify but also use his opponent's technique to his own advantage. His absorption ability made him very formidable and capable of neutralizing any sort of attack and turning them into his own weapons. When Momoshiki ate his partner Kinshiki, he underwent significant change. His transformation makes him have a third Rinnegan on his forehead and his eyes turn golden or yellow. The transformation not only enhances his powers but gives him the ability to use his Rinnegan more effectively. It has also helped him to effectively use Shinra Tensei, which is a technique that helps him to control gravity to repel objects and his opponents. In the future, we might end up seeing Boruto using the Rinnegan with the aid of karma. Shibai Otsutsuki, who is the god of the ninja world, won't be left out. We've only seen him in manga panels, and from this, we see that he has a Rinnegan on his forehead. It has been said that he could create storms by moving his hands and lightning just by the utterance of his words when angry. Since the Rinnegan is one of the main features we see of him, we can assume that most of his powers are linked to it. What are your thoughts on the various abilities of the Rinnegan? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and thank you for watching.